I got fucked the other day.
Brag about it.
Yeah.
I
Shout out
got
to
held
Esther.
hostage. Thanks. I got held hostage by technology and social media in the worst way imaginable.
Okay.
So I'm going to be moving soon. So I had to get a storage unit. And I had to take a bunch of shit and put it in the storage unit temporarily.
It's overrated.
Hey, let me tell my story.
All right, sorry.
Well, I
So,
have a
shut
question
up.
about
I'm
the
telling a fucking story.
It's about the story.
All right, go ahead.
Why are you moving stuff into a storage unit?
Because the place I'm moving to is not done yet.
Right, but why are you moving then?
Because to show the house in order to sell it, you got to make it like look pretty and declutter it. It's all of that. And the guy who's helping me is like, oh, hey, by the way, do you have your mobile phone on you? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, do you mind doing a quick survey for me? I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, fine, whatever. So I pull out my phone.
Wait.
Why would you agree?
Because I'm just trying to get out of there, right? I'm just like, sure,
That's not going to get
whatever.
you out. That's no is getting you out of there immediately.
Yeah,
No.
right. But
Also, who doesn't have a mobile phone?
That's why
You even call it that anymore?
It's a loaded question. So I'm like, sure, whatever. How do I do this? He goes, open up Google Maps. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. He's like, just type our address in there. Like, okay. He's like, you see, just rate it 1 to 5 stars. Like, oh, great. He wants me to fucking rate it on Google.
Right in front of him?
Yeah, and he's like over my shoulder looking at me.
Yeah, bullshit.
Like, all right, fine. 5 stars. Good job, buddy. He's like, okay.
You did it?
Yeah, and then like a text field opens up. He's like, now just write something personal about your experience with me in that box. I'm like, what? And I'm
The
like,
guy
okay.
made me do this.
Joe was awesome. Published. He's like, okay, great. I was like, all right, fine, bye. I walked out the door. As soon as I walked out the door, I deleted it.
Okay, I couldn't imagine that right now there's a review out there of you where you have like
was
your
awesome.
face.
Chapter 2.
By the way, I want to point out something. You said you got held hostage by technology and social media. You got held hostage by your own inability to say no
That's
to
true.
this guy.
That is very true.
Also,
Your own social awkwardness.
Now you've pissed him off, surely.
No, wait. I've got a follow-up now.
Part 2.
So the next day I come back.
Oh,
I imagine it's the equivalent of a waiter like gobbing in your food. There's just like a little pile of spit in the storage unit where the guy just.
The next
gobbed in
day I
it.
come back, and in order to use like their push carts, you have to like leave your ID at the front desk.
Oh, no.
And that same dude, Joe, is working there, and there's another dude who's also working there. And so I go to the other dude who I didn't deal
I
with the day
bet you
before.
did.
And I'm like, hey, can I get one of those carts? He's like, yeah, sure, here you go. Go unload all my shit, come back to drop the cart off and get my ID. He gives me my ID. He goes, oh, hey, by the way, Mr. Sorolla, I want to tell you something weird that happened. I was like, what happened? He goes, I went and I looked for your review on Google earlier today and I couldn't find it.
oh boy.
Oh my
And I
god.
was like,
This is Joe or the other
this
guy?
is the other guy.
Really?
And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Joe watched me put it on there. He's like,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Why don't you let me watch you do it again?
No, you.
Yeah, so then again, I scroll down, 5 stars. I typed the exact same thing. Joe was great. He goes, oh, but I'm helping you now too, so you got to write something about me too.
You're getting bullied at this point.
What the
You're
fuck?
paying me money.
What is going on? So I have to write something nice about this other guy now too.
No, you don't. That's the whole point.
So then I went home and I brought everything. I just did it all at once. I loaded everything. And I was like, all right, I don't need the cart anymore. Deleted it. I was like,
Oh
I'm
my
never
God.
going back there. I
your
can
stuff's
never let this
there.
guy.
Yeah, you have to go
Your
back
stuff
there.
is there.
I don't know. I'll deal with that as future Gus's problem. Because present Gus is like up shit creek.
If you
the
pay me
next-
$20, I'll go for you.
The next encounter with them, you don't have an answer. You can't be like, oh, weird, I did it.
Yeah.
And it went again. It disappeared again.
I now want to go rent a storage unit at that place so that when they tell me to do it, I'll just go 1 star. What else? Write something personal. The dude's a cunt. And just post it. I want to rent a storage unit just to do that. Because then they can't make me delete it.
Right.
There's nothing they can do.